your favorite plant-based fitness and nutrition guide. And today we're going to go over this masterclass of how to overcome procrastination and regain your motivation. You know, we all deal with procrastination as at some point in our lives. It's a behavior where we delay the task that we know we should do, but instead we engage in things that bring us more joy, things that are a little bit easier, things that don't require as much mental thought. So procrastination is that act of putting off what you know you need to do, and you usually do it for something that's a lot more pleasurable, something that's more enjoyable. It could be something as simple as putting off your doing your laundry, or something as significant as not doing your meal planning and prepping. So now you end up eating fast food throughout the entire week. Procrastination is not laziness. Don't get the two mixed up. Procrastination is when you fail to prioritize and manage your time effectively. That's what procrastination is. It's putting off what you know you could do today for tomorrow, knowing that tomorrow has its own set of things that need to be done. So you're not the only one that deals with procrastination. I'll use a couple of my own experiences with procrastination to tell you. So I started a YouTube channel when I started my business 2 years ago. Do you know how many videos I posted to my YouTube channel over the last 2 years? Well, up until a few months ago? One. One video. Over 2 years, I posted one video. All the other videos, I used it as basically a storehouse for the workout videos that my clients saw. But as far as for community content, giving content to help grow and teach, I posted one video over 2 years. Now, over the last 4 months, I've made it a priority to grow that YouTube channel. And I've posted probably 20 videos. And now, instead of me having 17 followers that I gained over the almost 2.5 years, in the last 4 months, that has grown to 273 followers. So when you procrastinate, you delay your opportunity to get the results that you're looking for. Another example, right now, you're looking at the presentation. This presentation I intended it for it to be done on Friday. I let other things get in the way and I kept putting it off. I kept putting it off. So much so that when I attempted to finish it yesterday, my computer battery died and I didn't even have the charger because I left it at a friend's house. So by procrastinating, it took me till this morning to get it done, and it created a little bit of anxiety. Thankfully, I knew what I needed to do to complete it, and I was able to finish it and really bring that stress level down some. So you're not the only one that's dealing with procrastination. So what we'll do today is we'll go over the objectives of what we'll learn. We'll go over the problem that procrastination is creating in your life. We'll also go over how procrastination is playing on you psychologically. We'll go over how it's messing with in the different types of motivation that you can use to really counteract that procrastination. Then we'll teach you how to build the 3 pillars of motivation to help you keep procrastination at bay permanently. That's mindset and belief, habits and routines, accountability and support. Show you how to put it all together. I'm going to make you an offer at the end. If it's for you, great. If it's not, no hard feelings. It's going to be for my 12-week Healthy and Fit program, where you get customized coaching to help you really build those habits in your healthy eating, healthy movement, and building healthy mindset and reducing stress. So I'll talk about that at the end. And again, if it's for you, great. If not, hopefully the content was helpful for you anyway. And then we'll go over some questions and answers, and we'll get on with the rest of the day so you can enjoy it. So today, my intention is for you to be able to understand the psychological reasons behind procrastination and your lack of motivation. Also, you're going to learn some practical strategies that you can use to overcome procrastination and boost your motivation. Then we're going to show you how to apply the 3 pillars. That way you can create a stress-free life and achieve your personal goals. So Before we go any further, we really must define what is procrastination. What is it? What is the thing that's keeping you from getting where you want to be? And it's a noun. It's the action of delaying or postponing something. Simply, procrastination is the act of postponing the task that you know needs to be done, usually in favor of something that is more enjoyable. So typically, when you procrastinate on something, it is a task that you feel like you won't get any type of enjoyment out of, or you think it's going to be hard, or you've associated negative feelings or thoughts around that task. So you'd rather do almost anything else than that thing. Well, this creates a couple of problems for you. When you use procrastination, it is going to impact you in your mental health as well as your productivity. So, how does it affect your mental health? It is going to create stress and anxiety. When I didn't have this presentation done, I was stressing out and I had anxiety that I wouldn't be able to give you the best service and the best quality of information that you need because I was rushing to get it done. So think about the times in your life on the things that you procrastinate. What kind of stress and anxiety does that create for you? Think about it for a moment. When you put things off, doesn't it create additional stress already than whatever the stress that you had for doing the thing to begin with? It's also going to create guilt and shame because you know you need to do it. You told yourself that you were going to do it at a specific time or date. Procrastinate to do it, you start to feel guilty for not keeping your word for yourself. And then you feel ashamed for the same reason because now you're feeling as if you're not able to trust yourself. And so this erodes your self trust. And the next thing that it hits is your self esteem. When you're feeling guilty and ashamed all the time, how good can you really feel about yourself when you've consistently broken your word to yourself? So you lower your self esteem by not being able that trust with yourself. And if you can't keep your trust with yourself, how are other people going to trust you to keep your word? And all of these things are going to lead to chronic stress and eventually lead to depression. The second problem that it creates for you is a loss of productivity. You don't get the actions or the activities and tasks done you know would bring and pull your life in a better direction, whether it's going to work out, whether it's applying for that new job, asking for the promotion, preparing your meals ahead of time so that you have something healthy to eat, having that conversation with your spouse or significant other about that thing that they did that you didn't like, but you don't want to start a fight. Whatever it is that you procrastinating on, you avoid the tasks that are important to you, the things that give you care. You don't take long baths. You don't do meditation. You're not doing yoga. You're not doing breath work because you're putting them off because you're too tired. You're procrastinating. No meal planning, meal prepping, missed workouts. These are the things that you're missing or procrastinating on. So, how does this affect you? Well, what is the psychology behind procrastination? Well, there's two things that really cause procrastination. One is pain and pleasure. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Ties short-term pleasure over the long-term benefits. So, what do you mean pain versus pleasure? To go work out, you've probably associated having to go to the gym, having to put on the clothes, having to use the equipment. How are you going to feel afterward? The soreness. You've associated a whole lot of pain with going to work out. The little bit of pleasure that you've associated with, oh, I'll get to lose weight. On the reverse side of that, grabbing an ice cream cone or some ice cream, immediate pleasure. It's going to taste good. You're going to feel good. You're going to get the endorphin rush. The long-term benefit, it's none. You're going to gain weight, but you're willing to deal with it because of the immediate pleasure. Now, if you were able to shift the pain of eating that ice cream to every time you eat ice cream, that's why you're having a diabetes issue. a high blood pressure issue. That's why you're having a weight issue. Now you can associate that ice cream or food with the bigger pain. And so now you're going to want to move away from that pain to pleasure and use the fitness as a way around it. Because now, instead of focusing on losing 10 pounds in a week, you're focusing on losing 1 pound. Well, what can you do to lose 1 pound? You can go to the gym and you can stop eating ice cream. So now you've created more pleasure with the activities that's helping you. If I'm making sense, drop some comments for me. The second psychological part of procrastination is the fear of failure. Because you've done things for so long, we worry that we won't be able to achieve our health goals or the goals that we're after, and that we'll be judged by others for trying. This fear can paralyze you and keep you from taking action altogether. When you look and think about doing a thing, if you cannot look at it with joyful anticipation and expectation that you are going to succeed, if you fear failure, if you think that if you walk into it thinking that you're going to fail, you don't have the energy, the motivation, the drive, the desire to go after it. So you have to be able to change that fear of failure and switch it out with a joyful expectation that it will happen, even if it takes a longer turn. So what is motivation and what kinds are there? There's two types of motivation. There's intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is that motivation that drives you from within. It's when you have that desire to be better, when you have that internal drive to want things to be different, to learn more. It's having something to grow, to be meaningful, fulfilling. Extrinsic motivation, these come from external rewards, recognition, or punishment. It's the type of motivation that is driven by typically to avoid negative consequences. This motivation can be helpful, but in the short term, it is not as helpful. Well, in the long run, it's not helpful because it's not sustainable. Extrinsic motivation can be used to help build additional intrinsic motivation so that now you don't have to worry about things outside of you in order to drive you. So the two of these working together, you're able to build lasting motivation. And so when you use reward or taking away some things to help you build the habit, now you're building that habit for fulfillment, and you start to build that intrinsic motivation. So what are the three pillars of motivation? They're mindset and beliefs, habits and routines, accountability and support. Mindset and beliefs. This is what we believe. And with the right mindset and beliefs, we can overcome procrastination and boost your motivation to achieve success. Because our mindset plays a crucial role in determining our ability to overcome. Habits and routines. We all have habits and routines. Some are good, some are bad. But our habits, they determine our outcome. So it's close to pay attention to those because our habits become our routines and our routines become our results. Accountability and support. Well, when we are accountable to someone else, we're more likely to follow through on our commitments because most times you're likely to keep your word to other people than you are yourself. And having support from others encourages you to stay focused and productive. So let's dive a little bit deeper into mindset and beliefs. There are two types of mindsets that you can use or you can approach when going after your goals. You can have a growth mindset where you believe that you can develop your abilities through hard work and dedication. It's essential to overcome procrastination to have a growth mindset. Now, the opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset. And this is where you believe that your abilities are predetermined and you can't change. You feel, and this leads you to feeling helplessness, and the lack of motivation. So oftentimes when you don't have that motivation, it's because you're stuck in a fixed mindset. You've done something for so long that you don't believe that you can change, or you've tried to change before and you didn't succeed because you weren't able, you didn't have the right system, it wasn't the right timing, or you took on too much at too soon. Whatever the case was, you weren't able to stick with it, and now you believe that you're not going to be able to. So in order to pick up the motivation that you want and get away from the procrastination, you have to switch from that fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Now, what role do your beliefs have in motivation? Very similar. Your mindset is what leads to your beliefs, because your thoughts are what you end up believing, and your mindset leads to your thoughts. So beliefs, by identifying and challenging your limiting beliefs, you can develop a more positive, empowering mindset. So you have limiting beliefs that oftentimes are associated with that fixed mindset. And when you have limiting beliefs, it tells you, oh, you can't do this, or you tried to do this before, or everyone's against you, the universe is against you, the world is against you, you're too old, you're too young, you're too this, you're too that. Whatever limiting belief or that internal talk with you, that negative self-talk that you have, that's those limiting beliefs that are keeping you back. And you have to be able to switch that out with the belief that you can achieve your goals and that your efforts will be rewarded. You have to believe that the actions that you're going to take are going to that you want. And one way that helps you do that are by setting smaller goals. Meaning, instead of focusing on losing 10 pounds in 30 days, focus on losing 1 pound a week. Because now you can break that 1 pound into smaller actions that you can tick off. And now you can rebuild that motivation that, oh, I can do this. Really believe that, rebuild that belief in yourself that you can do this. So how do you do that? With your habits and your routines. Habits are the behaviors that you ought to do automatically without conscious thought. Your routines are a series of habits that you follow regularly. So how do you use them to motivation? Well, when your habits, I'm sorry, but when you establish habits and routines, your habits and behaviors, the things that you do automatically, brain to perform certain tasks automatically and increase your productivity. So habits help you create structure. They help give you structure and predictability in your life. When you have a routine, you know that what to expect and you can plan accordingly. So this is going to reduce your stress and anxiety, as well as help you feel better equipped when things do come up. When you have a routine and a habit and life throws you a curveball like it always does, it's easy for you to adjust, because now you don't have to adjust everything, just whatever part of your routine or habit that it is affecting. Habits help you make better choices. When you have healthy habits, you're more likely to make better choices, because when you're eating healthy, you're exercising regularly and getting enough sleep, these choices help you manage stress and stay on top of your game. Routines help you stay organized. When you have a routine, you prioritize tasks and get things done efficiently. This helps you avoid feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. And the less stress you have, the less cortisol, and the better you can feel. Routines help you create balance. When you schedule time for work, family, and leisure activities, it helps you avoid the burnout and allows you to really enjoy the life that you've spent time building. So you're going to ask, how do you actually do all of these things? How do you build habits? How do you build routines? The first is to start small. Begin by establishing small habits and routines. For example, Make your bed every morning. Meditate for 5 minutes instead of 30 minutes. And do just 5 to 10 minutes of exercise daily. By starting small, it allows you to build momentum and develop some consistency. This way, you can lead to bigger habits and routines over time. Because oftentimes we want to build a new habit and we say, okay, fine, we're going to go work out for 30 minutes. We're going to go meditate for 30 minutes and we're going to journal. Well, you haven't been used to doing any of those things at all. So for the first week, you got all of that built up. Yes, I'm going to do it. But by week 2 or week 3, it's like, man, this is, and you fall back into your old routine because your brain stops seeing the novelty of it. However, if you start off small, incremental, just meditate for 5 minutes, just exercise for 10 minutes for a week. And now you get in the habit of it and your body starts to respond positively to it. You can start to extend those times because you've already built the habit and routine of doing it. And now it's just making that longer. The second thing that you can do to build proper habits and routines are to plan out your day and prioritize your tasks. This will help you stay on track and reduce the likelihood of procrastination. You can use a planner or a calendar to schedule your day and set reminders. Luckily, right now, we all walk around with something like one of these little things right here in our hands. And no matter whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user, you got Google Calendar or your iCalendar. You can schedule and prioritize and set reminders to help keep you on task and use those to avoid the procrastination. You can identify the triggers. That's me, I know. Sometimes I have to post and get off. If I start to scroll, I'll look up, it's a half hour, an hour later, and I'm like, whoa, where did the time go? Emails, notifications can be a major distraction. When I sit down to do my deep work, I turn my phone into silent mode. Once you've identified your triggers, you can take the steps to avoid and manage them. I just told you a few of the things that I do. So it's up to you to take a deeper look at your life and see what are some of the triggers that cause you to procrastinate. Is it your favorite TV show coming on? Is it as soon as you come home from work, you jump into the TV and you start to zone out? Whatever it is, figure it out. Now, the last thing that you'll do to help build habits and routines are to celebrate or to reward yourself. You celebrate your successes and you reward yourself by completing tasks or routines. This will help you stay motivated and encouraged and help you continue by establishing positive habits and routines. It's up to you to figure out what that is going to be. I heard a technique, it's called, I'm going to say it incorrectly, but it's called habit pairing, where basically you pair a habit of something that you would love to enjoy, but you don't get much time for, with something that you don't like to do. I.e., say you enjoy listening to music, but you don't get a chance to do that often. Pair that with your workouts or pair that with your journaling. Next, how you can use accountability and support to overcome procrastination. When you have accountability is when you have someone hold you accountable to your actions. By setting goals together and checking in regularly, you're more likely to stay on track and avoid the procrastination. Because when you bring someone else into it, again, you're more likely to keep your word to other people than you are to yourself sometimes until you build that inner trust. And when you have support by joining a support group of like-minded people or people going through the same situation as you have that community around you to help keep you uplifted, that can help you inspire you by doing the thing that you want to do, and 2, you be an inspiration to them and keep you motivated because you know that there's someone else watching you that is going to need you as motivation to them. So it encourages you to stay on track. And the accountability and support are things that you can find through Facebook groups, through local groups, through mom groups, dad groups, wherever you have, or through programs by hiring a coach is also one way to help keep you accountable. And oftentimes they have support groups for you built into there as well. So to put it all together, in order to overcome procrastination, you are going to want to understand what your triggers are, what is leading to you to procrastinate in the first place. Then once you do that, you can start to use the 3 pillars to help you overcome it, using your mindset and beliefs by building that growth mindset and using auto suggestions to overcome those limiting beliefs. Creating that joyful anticipation is going to help you reset your mindset and reset the beliefs that you have around your ability to accomplish your goal and get healthy. Then you're going to make sure that you focus on building those habits and routines that are going to help propel you and pull you towards what you're looking for. Then you're going to find somebody that's going to help hold you accountable and support you through this journey, because there are going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and you need somebody that can be there to support you through both. Now, I told you at the beginning that I would make you an offer about my 12-week healthy and fit coaching program, and here it is. In the 12-week program, you'll learn how to reset your mindset and regain your motivation. You'll learn how to build healthy habits that you can maintain long term. This is not a weight loss program. This is a habits and routines program. It's meant to teach you how to build healthy habits so you never need another diet in your life. You're going to learn to understand what foods to eat for health and the body that you want. You're going to learn how to save time and money while enjoying delicious, healthy, plant-based meals. You're going to learn how to make exercise fun and a part of your everyday routine. And you're also going to learn how to overcome the challenges of staying consistent. Here are a few of the member results of people who've gone through the program before you. This is Derica. She was in the program and she was able to lose 10 pounds. She was not going for a bunch of weight loss. Her biggest thing was really shifting her habits and improving her health so that she could be a better example for the people that she worked with, because she worked in nursing. So over the course of 12 weeks, she improved her habits, lost the 10 pounds, and best of all, she hasn't gained it back. This is Everton. He was able to lose 21 pounds because he put in a lot of work, because he knows how much effort he needed to put in to get where he wanted to go. Because for him, it was about getting back his mobility and his energy so that he can enjoy time with his daughter and his wife. Here we have Andrea. She was able to lose 12 pounds. It may not look like a lot, but when you look at the picture, she lost it around the belly area. And that means she not only lost the weight, but she increased her with her grandkids. Here, she was able to lose 15 pounds. She did not even finish the full 12 weeks. Here we go again with another 10-pound loss. And here's another one of the amazing students, Tiffany, who lost over 20 pounds. Unique. She didn't even have a full kitchen. She had just relocated to a whole other state and started a brand new job. But she stayed committed. She stayed consistent. And by following the tips and techniques in the program, she was able to lose 21 pounds. So what does the program include? What is probably what you're asking me next. What you get in the 12-week program is the 12-week lifestyle reboot course. You're also going to get of recipes, what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You also get the grocery list. You're also going to get the healthy and fit training videos so that you know exactly how to work out by you doing the follow along videos that come in the program. There is the accountability and support program. So through the app, you're able to reach out to me with questions so that you're able to get what you need in the time that you need. Then as a bonus, there is the week on for You can ask questions you need time. Another bonus, you get the stretching and mobility program. And then there's the private Facebook group where you have other members who are going through the same challenges as you, so you're able to support each other. If you did all of these separate, the value is $3,782. However, your investment to join today is $1,997. Or you can break it down into 3 payments of $691. So that's the offer. If it makes sense for you, what the next steps that you're going to do is click the link below that will be inside of the, or send me a DM on, or send me an email to Coach Robert at coachrobertmoore.com. Email me the word ready, and we'll go ahead and get you out the enrollment link. So now that we've done that, I'll go ahead and open to any questions. All right. Well, thank you for your time today. Again, I wish you well. Till next time, live healthy. Peace.